Hi and hello, welcome to Market Review from DeltaCapitis. Let's take a look at what's in store for us on Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you take a look at Nifty chart, Nifty from the price action, we have price trading above. It was a very good gap up. So price trading above the short-term moving average and a long-term moving average with the golden crossover already intact. So basically the price is still making higher highs and higher lows. This was a long consolidation between 18,200 to 18,400. We managed to break 18,400 very convincingly today. And we also managed to break 18,500, which is the most important uh, resistance level as far as the options data is concerned. So basically now we are sustaining above 400, 450 and 500. That is a very good sign for the bulls. Higher highs and higher lows are comfortably seen. Higher highs and higher lows in terms of hourly and daily chart. In terms of RSI sustaining above 60 is a bullish sign. So right now, RSI value is about 70, 75. It's a very good sign for the bull. So basically, moving averages, price action, and RSI both, all three telling me that markets are bullish. Now, why was the market stalled? Why did the market stall today after a gap up? Why there was no continuation? For a very simple reason, the momentum indicators were extremely overbought around 75, 80 levels on both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Usually, RSI above 75, 80, usually the momentum actually gets overextended on the upside. So there might be some kind of a sideways to small correction is what RSI tells me. Whether a correction will come or a sideways will come, we'll have to see what's going to happen. So basically in support level, so entire day, we were unable to cross the day high, maybe 620, 615, 620 on the spot. Not only that, when you look at the lower time frames or rather the support level for the day, whatever correction that we had, see, market sustained sideways here. The support was or the day's low was about 18,586. And today the market gapped up. So where is the gap here? The lower end of the gap is around 18,509. So 18,509 to 18,580 will become very good support zone in terms of gap theory. So gap usually acts as a support area. So for me, support area is between 580 to 500 levels, 510, 500. So this will be the support area. So as long as the market sustains above this zone of 510 to 580, we will have to stay with bullish view on the market. In the hourly chart, price stays above the short-term moving average. The short-term moving average is around 18,560. So in terms of moving average support also, it's around 18,560. So basically, as long as the market sustains within this zone, above this, maybe 550, above 550, let's say, so that becomes a bullish view. So for me, this is what I want to convey on the Nifty chart. 18,550 to 600 is a very good support zone. And as long as the market sustains above that, bullish view is intact for me. Let's look at options data very quickly. What option data that we have for today? Data was clearly bullish today because if you see on the option side, highest open interest on the bearish side was 19,000. That got shifted to 18,800. That means for this expiry, for this weekly expiry, the zone is getting shifted from 19,000 to 18,800. So that becomes the resistance. In terms of support area, highest OI on the bullish side was 18,300. We still remain at 18,300. So option data is suggesting a very big zone of 300 to 800. Technicals is telling me the zone between 18,550 plus. In terms of individual strike-wise option rating on the call side, there was almost every strike in the money. Unwinding was seen, 18,500 unwinding, 550 unwinding was seen. So basically, some amount of rating came at 18,600. So tomorrow, that will be the deciding factor, 18,600. So market will sustain above 18,600. Then this 38 lakh positions that were taken home today will be trapped. So 18,600 and above will be a confirmation for the market to travel towards 18,800. So 18,600 will be the key for us. 600, there is a rating on call side. 650, 21 lakhs. 700, about 23 lakhs. So basically, the major call rating happened at 18,600. Where did the major put rating happen? 500, we have about 37 lakhs. 550, we have 21. And 600, we have 53 lakhs. So basically, at 600, on the call side, we have about 38 lakhs. And about put side, we have 53 lakhs. So major activity that happened today was around 18,600 levels. So 500 also becomes a very good support zone in terms of option data also. In terms of activity, 18,600 is a very active strike. And if I just look at 18,600, the writing is on the put side, little more comfortable than the call side. Basically, the option data suggests that 18,600 might be an intraday support for tomorrow also. So now the key for me is 18,600 to 550 zone. If market stays above 18,600 to 550, we can expect further up move. If 600 to 550 is not sustained, then we will have to settle for a sideways view between 18,500 to 650, 700. So that is what the view. So 600 becomes a very key area for tomorrow. 18,600 is the key. So above 18,600, we will expect, I will expect maybe 18,700 to be tested again. If it doesn't sustain above 600, if it is struggling to cross 600, then we have to, I will settle down to sideways view between 500 to 700, 750. This is what I feel about Nifty. Now, if I take a look at Bank Nifty also more or less the same pattern. 44,000 is a very, very strong resistance. We were struggling to break for a couple of days. Now we have managed to give a gap up. I was also speaking in the weekly market review why this would be a gap up. There is something called as effort versus result theory. I think if you have watched that small video, you would have understood why I say that. So this is a resistance area, usually from change of polarity, where resistance once broken becomes a support area. So technically the support area is 44,000 levels. Not only old resistance could become support, there is a gap also here. So gap can also become support. And this short-term moving average can also become support. So there are three support zones between 44,000 to 44,200 to 44,300. So basically 44,000 is an ultimate support. 200 to 300 is a immediate support zone. Why? In terms of technicals, gap can act as support. The short-term moving average can act as support. Price action, 44,000 is up. Before we touch 44,000, 200 to 300 is a zone where we can expect the market to sustain. So if market sustains above 42, 200 to 300 area, this zone, we can still stay bullish. And why there was a struggle to cross today? Because again, as I said, RSI was extremely overbought above 70 plus levels. Usually RSI above 70, 75 levels, it gets overextended. So immediate up move may not be expected. So this will cool off. For this cool off, maybe we have to expect some sideways. And again, we'll have to see how the up move sustains. In terms of options data, Bank Nifty, major amount of writing that we saw. First, understand this. Highest OI on the bearish side, that means the resistance, was 44,000 as on Friday. Now that 44,000 is shifted to 44,500. And we saw how market struggled to cross 44,500 today. So that becomes a resistance for this expiry, 44,500. Support was at 44,000. It remains at 44,000. Not only that, the open interest has also increased from 32 to 33 lakhs. So basically 44,000 to 44,500 is a zone that is suggested by options data. Technical suggests 44,200 is support, 200 to 300 is a support zone. If that breaks, 44,000 is an ultimate support. So basically, no matter what you look at, 44,000 becomes an ultimate support. Next support becomes 44,200 to 300. If the market sustains above 44,200 to 44,300, we can expect one more test to 44,500. If 44,500 breaks, then we can expect 45,000 to happen. So for that to happen, 44,200 and 300 should be comfortably defended for next couple of days. That is what we are looking at. Where was the most active rating? On the call side, calls we have seen unwinding across 44, 100, 200, everywhere there was unwinding. Rating was seen at 44,500. Major rating was at 44,500. In terms of puts, the rating was seen, actively rating was seen at 44,200 and 44,300. Again, if you see, the most active strike is at 44,300. 12 lakhs on the call side, 18 lakhs on the put side. So again, this market is telling that 44,300 may sustain for tomorrow. So for me, again, 44,300 is the key. So above 44,300, expect 44,500 to be tested. I will maintain a bullish view above 44,300. If 44,300 breaks and 44,200 also breaks, I would settle down to a sideways view. So 200 and 300 on Bank Nifty and 18,600 on Nifty will become a very critical zone for tomorrow. I will maintain a bullish view as long as these key that I suggested are intact. I will still hold on to a bullish view in the market for tomorrow. Let's see what market has in store for us and how our views will work for tomorrow. To get regular updates like this, keep following us on YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, so that you don't miss any of these updates. Thank you so much.